Welcome to the Positive Pants Podcast. Mindset, motivation, and inspiration to help you find your positive pants. Let go of negative thinking and stop living for the weekend. With your host, Fran Excel.
Okay. So welcome to the show. As always, it's Fran Excel Mindset Coach, helping you find your very own pair of positive pants so you can get out of your own way and live a life that you love. Today's topic is one that is very much at the forefront of a lot of conversations I'm having at the moment. So one of the things that I really want people to take away from this is that you are not on your own. Okay. So this is all about when silly season essentially leaves you feeling exhausted, burnt out, lacking motivation and not knowing what the fudge to do. Yeah. So if you're feeling tired, tired, as in like I did this morning, falling asleep, brushing your teeth, tired, and you're on your way to burnout, feeling teary-eyed and wondering why things aren't easier, I feel you. I get it. When you're waking up in the morning wanting to cry into your Cheerios, feeling not so cheery, and wondering how you'll even make it to next year intact. And what I want you to remember is you have got this. I know, such a cliche, but seriously, you have. If you want it and you decide you're going to have it, then you will have it. But that doesn't mean you have to beat yourself up in the process. While we are right in the deepest, darkest depths of silly season, where we're eating and drinking ourselves into oblivion, trying to finish things off so we can actually have a break, not getting enough sleep and getting a little too boozy suzie a little too often, we have to look after ourselves. It's important now more than ever. You can so easily head straight for that entrepreneurial burnout, especially if you have a job to juggle too, and family and kids and preparing for Christmas and New Year and all the things. You feel pulled in a million directions, like you are never where you're supposed to be or doing what you're supposed to do. And it is hard. Okay, we can all acknowledge that. It's hard. We have to sort this now so you don't decide to burn your entire business to the ground because it's just too hard. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do is just acknowledge where you're at right now. You're not going mad, you're exhausted. You need some rest and to switch off your brain for just one darn moment. Yeah, this is normal. It is normal, especially at this time of the year. And I'm having so many people feeling this at the moment. It's insane. But it's not okay to stay there. So once you're aware of why you may be feeling demotivated, more irritable than normal, sorry, Tobin, why you're not sleeping well, you're exhausted all the time, you're reaching for the junk food and the sweet treats that you wouldn't normally have, or you want to cry at the drop of a hat. Yeah? Sound familiar? Once you realize what's going on, you can take the steps to change it. This is the first one, acknowledgement. Acknowledge where you're at and that you're feeling not yourself. Yeah? I know you're not going to like the next one, but this is the time where you have no time. Then you need to find time, right? It's so important to carve out time just for you, even if it's 30 minutes, even 10 minutes to meditate, just find it. The funny thing with time is it's very much like money. We always say we don't have it, we don't have enough of it, we want more of it, but you can always find it when it's a priority. Firsthand, I know this to be true a million times over. When it's a priority, you will find time, you will find money. Make it a priority. I always make sure that I schedule things in because I know what my schedule is like. If I don't put it in, it won't happen. And yet if it is, I managed to carve out hours in that bathtub. Bathtub is my thing. I like to get in the bath. Tobin will run it for me. So my other half, I need to get him on board too. If he knows I've been feeling stressed out, he runs me a bubble bath and gives me that time. I know it's the dream, right? #smug. He will put the essential oils in and then I'll have my phone out and I'll put the Calm app or Onvana, both of my favorite meditation apps, and I'll put them in my ears and I will close my eyes and I will take that time for me completely guilt-free, but it's scheduled in, so it has no effect on anything else. I've still got the same amount to do, but I'm taking that stupidly important me time. Wanting to have a little think about what stories you're telling about your time at the moment, and use one of my favorite questions. What is one more thing you could do to make this easier for you right now? Yeah, we have a tendency when we're labeling ourselves as busy to create even more work, almost to just justify the label. Yeah, to have that validation from someone else, you know, that whole, oh my God, I'm so busy, I'm doing this and this and this and this and this and this. We just keep adding to it. It's bonkers. I do it. I'm terrible for it. But thankfully, Tobin knows a lot of my mindset tricks and he calls me right out on it. We are our own worst enemies here. We actually create more things to do when the reality is that things can be simplified. Go back to my scary brain dump to-do list and I will post a link to that. Get really honest about what actually has to be done. I mean, really has to be done. Make sure you're saying no to other people too. This is a big one. When you know you can't take on any more on, you have to know when to say no. I know a lot of people struggle with this if you're a classic people pleaser, but honestly, it's the age-old thing. When you're getting outside your comfort zone, it feels uncomfortable to say no, but if you do it, it gets easier next time. Trust me. Yeah. The thing is we get stressed when we're overthinking. We are far busier in our heads than we actually are in reality. And when we're feeling that funk and we're feeling just rubbish, these are the moments where it's important to connect with other people. Yeah. Reach out. You can completely change your thought process in an instant if you talk to the right person. I help clients do this all the time. It's all too easy when you're stuck in your own little negative loop to see the woods for the trees and see the positive in your negative. You know, talk to someone, go see someone, because the stupid thing is, and the most bonkers thing is if you take the time to do this, you will create more time, because it's so much harder when you feel like you're pushing water uphill. You're not going to get anything done, and it's frustrating and it feels rubbish. Resist the urge to sink into the shadows, hoping that the fog will just lift itself. It won't. Well, it might do, but it's going to take you a damn long time. So don't kill me for saying this. Sleep well, eat well, don't drink too much, exercise, get your vitamin D, spend 15 minutes purely on your gratitude practice. All the things you instinctively know, but go out the window at times like this. Remember that you are essentially out of fuel and you need to fill up the tank. Yeah. And if all the things that you often use aren't working, think of something else. What gives you energy? What lights you up? What makes you feel great? Think about what it is. And I know the weather is pants, and not my lovely positive pants. Pants. You know, it's horrible and we all feel it. And honestly, anyone out there who is resonating with this and thinking, oh my God, that's me, you are not alone at the moment. This week is hard. The lead up to Christmas, so much to do. Everyone going, have you got your Christmas presents yet? What are your plans for Christmas? What are you doing for New Year? It's like, it feels like everybody's trying to pile everything else on top of you. And it's hard. And you're allowed to feel like it's hard, but we need to try and make you feel that little bit better. It doesn't matter how we do it. We've just got to think outside the box and find that thing that's going to make you feel better. Can you book in a massage? Can you literally like go on Groupon, or what's the push one? On Living Social. You know, Living Social, there's a spa near me, a Bannatyne one, and Living Social will do a deal. And it's like 30 quid for a full spa day, including massage, facial. Find the time to do it, because you will feel so much better afterwards. We've got to get outside of your head. But I also want you to check in with yourself to make sure there isn't anything else going on. Have a think. Ask yourself those questions. Self-coach. What am I thinking here? What am I believing about my situation? What am I saying to myself? Are you worried about something that's coming up? Is there something to do with Christmas? A lot of us struggle around Christmas. A lot of us have lost people at Christmas, so it can be hard. A lot of us, Christmas isn't the fun, frolicking time where you get to wear lovely jumpers and things like that. A lot of us don't have that. But it's important, like going back to your gratitude practice, so important to connect back to all the amazing things that you do have. Yeah, because they're going to be there. And there's going to be a lot of them. There will be more than you think. And I challenge you to write down 10. And then I want you to write down 20. And then I want you to write down another 10. Keep going, because I swear to you, you will do this. And there's a reason this is a positive psychology intervention. And go back to your journaling for the non-dear diary type. I'm planning on launching these in hard copy in next year. So look out for those. But these, honestly, turn my life around. Positive psychology interventions. Write down what you're grateful for. Write down the good things that have happened to you today. It doesn't matter how small they are. It's just about shifting that thinking, shifting that thought process. Write down what you're looking forward to the next day. And if you're not looking forward to anything, put something in. Book that spa, book that massage, go for a manicure, anything where you can actually just switch off for 5 minutes. It doesn't matter what it is, but it has to be time for you where you can refuel the tank. Yeah. Another little trick is to try and limit the decisions you need to make when you're heading towards burnout and you're full of stress. It's really difficult to actually make decisions. Even things that seem super, super simple that we just do every day, like choosing what to wear or what to eat. If you can plan it in advance, all in one go, it frees up so much needed headspace and wards off decision fatigue. Think Simon Cowell, and there's loads of people who do this actually, where they essentially have a uniform that they wear, where it's jeans and a white t-shirt, or jeans and a black polo neck, whatever it may be. Just try and make it easier for you so that every single day you have that little bit more headspace. You've got to remember that when you're constantly in a heightened state of stress, cortisol and adrenaline are running through your body, and you really do lose the ability to think clearly. And we need to calm that right down. Okay? Breathe. Just breathe. Take a minute and breathe. And the other thing I want you to do is please remember why you started this thing. You have a message that someone else needs to hear. You have a gift. You have a life that you were meant to live. No one ever said it was going to be easy, but it does get easier, and it's so worth it. But this time of year, we have to look after ourselves so much more than any other time. The weather is rubbish. We are burnt out. We are tired. We have got, if you're a mum, you've got the school stuff going on. You've got places you have to be. You've got parties you need to go to where people will bother you if you say no. All these things are going on for us, and it's a crazy amount. So you have to be kind to yourself, be good to yourself. It is not selfish to look after yourself. And I know there's a lot of people that will preach about self-care, but honestly, especially when you're feeling exhausted, there's a difference between tired and exhausted. Falling asleep at your toothbrush is probably not great. But we have to look after ourselves. Really, really and truly. So if you are feeling it right now, you are not on your own. Please reach out to people and just be like, can we go for a coffee? Can I have a chat to you on a phone? Make it be someone that you love speaking to. Somebody that you always know lifts your mood. Anything like that. To just make sure you're doing the things. Do not, please, just resist the urge to retreat, because that's the worst thing you can do. It really is. And it will get better. And you have got this. A heavy topic today, but something that I feel is really, really important, because the conversations I'm having at the moment are people burnt out, people exhausted, people going, oh my God, I just need it to be the end of the week. I haven't done my Christmas shopping, and adding to our own to-do lists. So I hope that was really helpful. And that I will not see you next week, because next week is Boxing Day. So I will be eating and hopefully not drinking, because I've had quite enough. So reach out always. Come into the group, do whatever needs to happen. I am here, we are here, people are here. There is support there for you to get through silly season and out to the other side where all the good stuff's going to happen. So I'm sending you so much love for the Christmas season.